Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiana, as well as Nikki, and let's just stand back on another video. Alright, if you guys haven't liked, comment, subscribe, go ahead and do that. That way you guys know whenever I'm making another video. Disclaimer, if you guys hear my birds, they're kind of close to me today. But if y'all hear that, I kind of covered them, so they should be alright. Okay, so this video is going to be about me breastfeeding my 1-year-old and how I stopped. This might get a little emotional. I'm gonna try not to let it get emotional. When I stopped breastfeeding my 1-year-old, that was like the most hardest thing I ever did. I think that was like the worst part of my postpartum after I had my son, which he'll be 2 months soon. Probably wondering what happened, like how did it transpire me saying, hey, I'm not gonna breastfeed her no more. Okay, so I had my son and I've been breastfeeding her, so I didn't realize that my milk was coming in the way it was coming in after I had my son. So my daughter was latched on me. She went, what was it, two to 3 days, depending on how long I was in the hospital, I don't remember. She went that long without my breasts. Now we transitioned her to regular milk, the lactose milk, because she has a sensitive stomach, and she was still being breastfed. So when my son got home, she was like, why is he on me? And I would, I kind of felt bad. I'm like, dang. So I let her latch on, had him on this breast, had her on this one, her on this. So I'm sitting there, and this is probably like a couple of days after I had my son, and I'm just sitting there, and both of them are sucking my milk out of my breasts at the same time. And something in me was like, nope, we're not doing this. It was like literally too much of myself was being occupied at one time. And I'm happy that I noticed my growth, because the old me probably been like, yeah, I have to do this, I have to breastfeed my kids, I have to do what's best for them, not knowing that I had to be mindful of me and what I go through on a daily basis, what I have to take care of, and I just can't be sitting there with 2 children on my breast, even though that is the most beautiful thing in the world, and I'm happy that I was able to experience it, but to keep going on a daily basis, couldn't do it. Germany was not having it. Germany would just stand there and look over him like, why are you on me? And she would holler. So like she screamed for a good 2 weeks. A good 2 weeks until she was fine. I couldn't put her to bed without putting her on the breast, so she needed me to go to sleep. So that was a hard thing, and that was just our moment that we had with each other. So for that not to happen anymore on a daily basis like it was, because I did breastfeed her on demand, it just didn't happen. It had a pro to it because, again, I did say that I was the only one who would put her to sleep, and now my fiance puts her to sleep now. Okay, so and now she's actually transitioned to go to sleep by herself. She does touch my nipples. She just rubs them like this. She sticks her hand in my shirt and she just rubs it like this. So I mean, shoot, I'm down with that as long as you're not latched on. But that was the most hardest part of breastfeeding, or weaning her off, because my fiance and I were going through a transition, as well as a new baby in the house, and we're just transitioning, so we weren't on the best of terms at the time. So it was hard to manage and deal. He didn't believe me when I said that she was really like cutting up, acting out, until he seen it himself. But he was very supportive in me weaning her off, and he was supportive, helping me whenever she's having her tantrums of why she can't get on my breast. I don't know, that was a moment for me, because again, this was my first time actually breastfeeding this long, and just breastfeeding on demand. Because like I said, I don't like to pump. Now, I'm gonna pump if I have to take care of something, if I have to go on vacation, and all the other stuff. But as far as me pumping, if I'm here, like, I'll just let my son latch on. So just having Germany breastfeed on demand, and it stopped like cold turkey. it was a moment. But again, I said that I set that boundary for myself to know that I wasn't gonna be open like that. Like, yeah, I got both of my kids on my titty. Da, 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 da. No, couldn't do that. It was a little different too, because Germany is autistic, and she requires a little bit more attention. But to me, I always thought that people or parents that had kids with disabilities, and I don't even look at it as a disability or a disorder or anything, because I always looked at it like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be a lot on the parents and stuff like that. But your child is your child. You know your child, so you're gonna take care of your child. You're not just gonna abandon your child because your child has, you know, something wrong with them. So Germany, she is excellent. With Germany being autistic, it doesn't change nothing in the household. And you guys are probably wondering, like, oh, she's, you know, young to be diagnosed with autism. But growing up, I had a cousin who was autistic, and she showed symptoms of the same thing. She actually has a therapist, an occupational therapist, I think that's what it's called, and we see her every week. So she's able to help us. I just wanted help because, I mean, it's more information for us as parents to see how to deal with a child with autism. I know, and this was like a light on for me with the whole situation. I never had second doubts or anything, but it was just that when I was having pee and I was in labor in the hospital, I was explaining to the lady, the nurse, her name was Katie. I was explaining to her that my husband couldn't be at the hospital with me because we have a daughter who's autistic. And she looked at me and she said, you know, I'm autistic too. And I'm like, what? You're what? And it kind of broadened that spectrum, so they say, that kids are on of being autistic, that they can do anything that they want. Like, it's not going to stop them, because here there's an autistic nurse in the hospital taking care of people. And I guess what they showed, like I said, there's different types of autism. I'm still learning. But Germany has increased her speech. She's saying, she always says mama and papa. She doesn't say dad. She says dad sometimes, but that's her thing, papa. She just started saying banana. So we're trying to help her speak. Because I speak to my kids. I don't be like, oh, no, I speak to my children so they have a vocabulary at a young age. So she's picking up on it. She's a happy baby overall. I will make a video because she's taking a nap now, but I was gonna make a video with her in it, but I will down the line. Maybe I'll probably get her pops on here to talk a little bit about it too and how we deal with it. But I'm trying to tell you guys, it's not as bad or as serious as people say. Like, it's just how you deal with your child. I have 4 different children, so I have to deal with them individually, and it's just, I know how to deal with each and every one of them. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't even bother me. But I will have another video on how, you know, we deal with her and stuff like that, so you guys can see a little bit of Germany. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and, you know, say a little bit about my journey, weaning Germany off and stuff with breastfeeding, because it was hard, but again, it was a transition for me, so a transition for us. But she's a big girl. She goes outside with her sister, and she just, in Germany's world, loves Elmo. She loves to dance and laugh and everything. So I just wanted to make that video because I made a video in the past and I couldn't stop. But I just wanted to update you guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one.